What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Podcast with Paul, bringing you the latest on the Big Brother Over the Top finale night. And I hope this isn't lagging at all because I'm on the HD side of this. But I know it's been a while since I've made a video. In fact, let me just downgrade this right now just in case. I know it's been a while since I've made a Big Brother Over the Top video. I apologize for that, but let's just get right into the finale. It's not mince words. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so this past season, I'm just going to go over my thoughts on this entire season. So I said this early on in the season, and I still stand by it. I thought that one of the things that made this, overall, I enjoyed it. But I did think that there's some things that should probably be tweaked. And I think the only thing that really has to be tweaked, in my personal opinion, is that they need to nix the America nominee thing. Like everything else, I think is perfect. I think giving America a vote every week is good. I think care packages, they're all right in my book, but sometimes they're annoying, sometimes they're not annoying. But it is what it is. They kind of flowed to both sides, and I think that's what you want when you go by a season. But overall, I believe that the America nominee is something that needs to be nixed if they were to do this again. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe you guys disagree. When it comes down to the finale, I just want to say, if you guys haven't seen the finale yet, spoiler alert, you guys all probably saw it. But Morgan actually won, and I'm pretty surprised by that. To be frank, I actually didn't vote. I forgot to vote. I thought I looked at my clock and I realized, oh, it's the finale is on tonight. For some reason, I thought it was like Friday for some reason, and then I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, I forgot to vote. But I would have voted for. I probably would have voted for Morgan because I was a fan of the Ball Smashers for most of the season. Although, I don't know. I probably would have gave Jason a few votes too if it was broken down with 20 votes like it usually is for these kind of things. I probably would have gave 15 to Morgan, 5 to Jason, because I did think Jason played a really, really good game too. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. I don't know what I would have done. Anyway, but I want to talk a little bit about their speeches. So their speeches were fairly interesting, in my personal opinion. I thought Jason had the better speech out of the three of them. Kryssie had a surprisingly good speech, and if I didn't watch the season, I would almost be I might have been convinced to vote for her, but I did watch the season, so so Jason was really I was just impressed by his words. Although I do have some small criticisms about what he said. He says that. But my only criticism of Jason is that not of what he said. Forget if I said that. Forget I said that. The only my criticism of Jason is that he didn't win an HOH himself. And I do feel like, in regards to getting to the end, like I know that people weren't targeting him. People tried to target him the first week, and that got cornbread sent out. So I feel like in the beginning, again, this is only in the beginning. In the middle, it's all their faults for not getting him out. But in the beginning, they didn't want to go after Jason because they thought it would make America hate them, and they were right. It so would have made America hate them if they didn't, stop going after them. And that's why for 2 weeks, they didn't. It was their side going on the block because they were the ones who were targeting Jason. And then by the third week, everyone kind of knows all the house guests, and new favorites arise, and such as Shelby. I know Alex was popular for a long time, and Danielle was popular towards the mid-end. So new house guests do emerge as favorites, and I feel like the 4 favorites this season, if there was an America's favorite, but there's not, obviously. But if there was one, it would definitely have been between Danielle, Shelby, and Alex, probably mostly between Shelby and Danielle. So I think, and rightfully so, I thought, and Jason too, but he made it to the end, so he wouldn't have got it. But those 4 have really played a really good game, and I'm really impressed with all 4 of them. In regards to the season in general, like mid-season, because I know I didn't talk about the mid-season too much. I didn't make a video, I think, Right, right. Well, one of the reasons why I didn't make videos is because I shot one and then it ended up being like mixed up or whatever. Or, like all the voices got scrambled, and I hope that's not happening right now. But you never know. So that's why I felt a little disheartened because I made like a 40-minute video, and then I didn't actually. And I actually stopped watching for like a week at that point, but I got back into it during the double eviction. So, which by the way was a very interesting part of the season. So in regards to they, everyone in the final three, I was actually, to be honest, I was a big Shelby fan. I just want to put that out there. But I also like Danielle. I like Shelby and Danielle, and it's okay to like people from both sides of the house. In the beginning, I was for the original Late Night Jamboree. I loved that alliance, and I wish that alliance really stuck it out. And then kind of like day like 4 or 5 was kind of axed. But you know, those kind of things happen. But if that alliance was to stay about, I think I would have been a very successful one. Despite what most people think, I was a big fan. I mean, what most people have to say, I was a fan of Scott. Scott was a good player. Monte, he was meh. Cornbread was meh. I feel like I didn't get to see them much. I feel like Monte was always in defense mode, and somewhat rightfully so, and somewhat not rightfully so. So yeah, I'm just opening up a soda here. So yeah, it's been generally a good season. Updates. Well, again, they did have that Thanksgiving. Well, not again, but Kryssie and Justin did have a falling out. I felt like Jason at the ends was kind of. He was really attacking people at the end, and that was like the only reason why I do think he played the better game. That's the only reason why I was considering voting for Morgan. And again, I didn't vote because I forgot that it was tonight. If there was, I don't know, Thursday night. I guess it's usually Thursday night, isn't it? Well, my bad. So yeah, he was just talking so much shit about Justin, and I was just kind of a little weirded out by that. And because one thing that pissed me off again, and I've said this so many times, I think this is my 3rd time saying it because they keep fucking showing it in the episode, was that fucking they show the fucking scene with Shelby and Jason again during Jason's diary room session. I'm just sitting there like, no, why? This Jason was in the wrong in that scenario. I've gone over this like a million times. Shelby said that because she wanted to sit on one of the couches that wasn't the nominee couches. She didn't. She was new to the game at that point. She didn't know where. You know, I feel like, why would I have to fucking hammer that in like 30 million times? And they fucking put it in the finale. Why? Why? I mean, it's so stupid. Like, why would you put that in the finale? Like, there's so many good Jason moments this season, and you pick that moment where he's actually in the wrong? Why? Why would you do that? Oh my God, it makes him look bad. In my opinion, I like Jason. I like Shelby too. It makes Jason look bad. Just makes Jason look bad. But anyway, Jason has had his little episodes, and by the end when he was talking bad about Justin, I was like, you know, if you're doing that to your alliance too, and he also talked a lot of smack about the other side. Both sides. No, I don't know if the Plastics talked too much shit about the other side. It was mostly the Late Night Jamboree who did the shit talking. Keep it. But you know, there were some times, but it was mostly the Late Night Jamboree. But they had more time to talk to each other in their defense, because you know, they were always up at night talking to one another. Well, the rest of them just, you know, they hung out during the day, and you know, it is what it is. But yeah. So anyway, in my response to Morgan winning, one thing I do want to say is that 2016 as a whole has been very interesting when it comes to voting. First, we had Big Brother 18, where everyone expected Paul to win, and then we have Nicole winning by a 4-5 vote. That was very surprising. And then we had the presidential election, where all the polls say that Hillary was going to win, and then Donald Trump wins. And you know, I actually predicted that would happen. So if you're a political fan, I'm a big political guy, so you can talk to me about it if you ever want to. In regards to I'm not a Trump supporter though. Not a Trump supporter. Just want to suffice that before all the liberals jump at me in the comment section. And then we have everyone expecting Jason to win, and then Morgan win. So it's very surprising, and it just goes to show that not everything's as it seems. You know what I mean? You have to take everything on social media that you see as a grain of salt. Like, if you go on Twitter, there was no doubt in your mind you would have thought that Jason would have won. But Twitter is also it's also a certain type of people. It's also a certain type of person on Twitter. Like, it's usually the younger crowd, and he doesn't account for a lot of the middle-aged people that do end up voting, and a lot of them, I think, were fans of Morgan or fans of the ball smashers / plastics. So it just goes to show that, and I always thought it was going to be a dead even vote, but I thought Jason at the end would take it. And here's a thought process in my head. I'm curious to know how many votes Kryssie got, because if she got more than 20,000 votes, then she might have just cost Jason the game, and that would actually make the final three a fairly interesting dynamic at that point, because then someone else can actually cost someone the game. It's like, although I don't actually believe that, I think that people who voted for Kryssie legitimately think that she deserved to win, and that's perfectly fine. It's like with third-party candidates in the presidential election. By the way, I voted for Gary Johnson. Of course, I live in New York, so my vote doesn't count anyway, because we go to Democrats 130% of the time. But I voted for Gary Johnson, and I think he got like 3% of the vote. But some say him and Jill Stein costed Hillary the election, and maybe Kryssie costed Jason the win. But, it is what it is. I firmly disagree with that on all accounts, because you vote for the person you think deserves it, not for the person you think, okay, well, this person's not going to win, so I'm going to vote for. So X isn't going to win, so I'm going to vote for Y or Z instead, because it's closer between Y or Z. That's not how it should work. You should vote for the person in Big Brother that you personally believe played the best game. For some people, that was Kryssie. I don't know why, but it was. So, also, I'm sure her family and friends all voted for her too, which I firmly respect. And that goes the same for presidential elections, in case you guys didn't get the little comparison there. So, Aftermath, I'm actually shooting this, I think, maybe 10 minutes after the finale. I mean, it's 9:20 right now, Eastern Standard Time, so 6 if you're at whatever, California, and adjust it for your other time zones as well, and Central, and yeah, all that. So, I just, the season itself, there were times where it was up and down for me. I ultimately did enjoy the season. I'm a little surprised Morgan won. Little surprised Morgan won. I think I said that multiple times, but it's just so intriguing. Wanted Shelby to win. Final 5. I was very disheartened when Jason won that veto, and I have to admit, Jason was the veto king this season, and he was the veto king. He didn't win any HOHs, but he won 3 vetoes. It was 3, and he won the final HOH, I guess. I don't even know if they were calling that an HOH at the time. I don't know. This season has been kind of weird. It's like the end game. It's like, oh, final 4, now you all do this. So I was like, the double eviction was weird too, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on anymore. But interesting season all in all, and I'm not unhappy with the results. If Morgan won, Morgan winning was I'm happy Morgan won. If Jason won, I would have been happy if Jason won too. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. There's not really much else to say. I guess, I don't know who my pick was to win. I think my pick was for Alex to win, so I guess that didn't happen. So and I think Danielle was Chris's pick to win, and she didn't win either. So, we weren't correct on our votes this time. But on my Survivor vote, both of my players are still in. So hey, there's still that. I still have that going for me. So yeah, the finale, all in all, it's been interesting. That's all I have to say. I'm surprised by the ending. Overall, the season was up and down for me. there have been some down moments. I just got bored like during the middle of it. Like I still watched, but I just was bored. I just got a little bored. That's just my personal opinion. And I'm sure you guys agree with me because like last like 3 weeks, all the votes on Jokers was like way down, and it's like I guess what this actually means is that it's not necessarily, and this is what I found out about Big Brother. So having more players in the game is probably better for Big Brother because once it gets to like the nitty gritty, like 5 or less players, people stop being interested. And that's been true for every single season that I've ever watched, and at least the ones that I have that have been big on social media, because early on you couldn't really see what everyone else was thinking, but they always get a lot more unpopular towards the end, at least until finale night. That's when everyone kind of coalesces back together and watches. But I feel like that's why they should probably have 16 house guests if they were going to be doing Big Brother over the top again. Let me know down below if you agree with that statement. In regards to America voting for the winner, I'm not upset about it. It's very reminiscent of the original Big Brother 1, which I have not watched, by the way. I have not watched the first season of Big Brother. I watched the second season with Dr. Will, of course, but I've not watched the first season. So I'm fairly interested. And the vote just being so close, it's just really good TV. And I know it's on the internet. It's really good internet TV, whatever you want to call it, internet TV. Oh, okay, yeah. So it was just really. I like the fact that you can watch on your computer. Like I would just be laying on my bed. I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on in Big Brother over the top. Just dun 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 dun. The sixth. One thing I do have a little criticism of CBS, which is okay because I'm not getting paid by CBS or anything, so I can criticize them. Which I don't know if everyone else who does videos on Big Brother can say. I think some people do have some sort of payments. Some people, the bigger ones have some payment. I think with CBS. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. If you have any more info on that, let me know down below. Hey, CBS, give me some money. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I forgot what my criticism was. So my criticism of CBS would have to be charging $6 and still having ads. I thought that was kind of dumb. So when I was in case of days where I would not be home to watch the episode, I would then have to sit through ads, which is kind of lame. Because I'm paying $6, why do I have to, or $8, however much it is, why do I have to pay 10? The whole fucking thing. So yeah, the season was good. Now here's the real question: Is there going to be a second BBOTT? Was it popular enough that there would be? And when Julie said 20,000 votes difference, I get the innate feeling that yeah, perhaps there would be another season. It seemed popular enough, although it did not garner the votes on Jokers towards the end. But I know that people, let me look at Jokers right now, and I'll share the screen. So let's just Joker updates. Yep, winner. Oh, there's more today than usual. Let me share the screen with you guys. Da-da-da-da. So yeah, as you see here, it does appear that more people voted today in Jokers than they used to, than they have been in the past couple of days or past few weeks. Getting like lower hundreds, maybe like 200-300 per day. But today I got almost about 600 votes, upper 500, so 600. Probably by the end of the day, it'll be 600. Jokers has been pro. Has definitely been pro ball smashers throughout this entire game, and Twitter has been pro OTT Jamboree. I feel like Reddit has been. I've heard Reddit was more not OT. It was more ball smashers plastics, but I don't know. I don't use Reddit. But it is what it is. Present to everyone. I don't know what that means. All right, so let's stop that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's rather interesting, I think. All right, so this is gonna be. I didn't want to make this too long of a video. I think it's already like about 20 minutes. So I'll end it here. Those are my thoughts on the finale. It was a good season, I will say. I would support another OTT. Yeah, if they nix the America nominee thing, because I just thought that was so stupid. Like it makes winning HOH useless. Basically, it's like, oh well, you're safe, but fuck your friends. Bye bye. Nah, I'm not a fan, but it is what it is. So I don't know. Maybe have that be like maybe do it every few weeks or something. I don't know. Anyway, so this has been Reality Room Podcast, covering Big Brother Over the Top finale. Maybe we might do another video, Chris and I together talking about the entirety of the season, which would be fun. Which I think would be fun. And Chris, if you're watching, let's do that. I don't know. You're probably not watching. You're busy this week. But if you are watching, let's do that. Until next time, guys, and I'm sorry for not doing more BBOTT updates, but I talked a little. But next Big Brother, I will certainly do it, and we're going to be doing Survivor videos again too as well. Expect our next one to be popping up on Sunday. So we'll see you guys soon. Until next time, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I don't think I did too well of a job this time for this video. I feel like it's going to be too short. I don't know. There's not enough to talk about the finale. Morgan won, Jason lost, Kryssie got third. It is what it is. Until next time, guys. Peace.